Salaki, everybody. I got to put my video in two separate parts. Okay. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Okay. Now, as I stated earlier in the other video, okay, the flying roll would be akin to a donut flying around. You go to Dunkin' Donuts or Welch's Donuts or what do you call it? That other donut store that's famous. Okay, so you got a flying roll in the skies and the heavens above us, right? These would be akin to the unidentified aerial phenomenon these Edomite devils are scared of. They're afraid of these UFOs that they've unjustly and righteously called them. They're scared to death, right? The reason why they fear is because they have no weapons that are formed out of the elements of the earth against them. They've mastered all of the elements, but not the elements of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that resides in the third dimension. You see, you have the first heaven, which are the skies above us. You have the second heaven, which is outer space. And then you have the third heaven, in which the Lord Yahweh inhabits and where he dwells. Okay? Which is in a different dimension. Okay? And these devils, they don't get it. They don't understand it. Okay? And when you try to explain it to them, they try to explain it away in order to stop themselves from losing their fucking mind. Okay? Because when you see these unidentified aerial phenomenon, that means that their kingdom is about over with. It's done. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, and the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. A cubit, I think, is 2 yards, maybe 2.5 yards is a cubit. Okay, and a yard is 36 inches, 3 feet. Okay, so 3 feet and a half of another 3 feet. Okay, that's 4.5 feet. So that would be a cubit, almost 5 feet is a cubit. So that's pretty big, right? If you have 20 cubits one way and 10 cubits the other way, that's pretty big, right? Okay, Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, Shartazabawat, the Lord of armies, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right? And it shall enter into the house of the thief, right? The thief cometh not before to steal, kill, and destroy. Roughly paraphrased, actually the devil, but the devil and the thief are the same person, right? The serpent are the same person. Okay, these Caucasians, the living embodiment of satanic power on earth. The devil the Bible speaks of. And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, right? They swear falsely. In the name of God, this and that. In the name of God, this and that. They do that every Sunday. They got all these other camps, IUIC, GOCC, and ISUPK. They swear falsely by his name, right? About they had a dream. It tells you about that in Jeremiah chapter 23, I think. About those that swear falsely, talking about they have dreamed a dream. The Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy them for putting their name, his name in their mouth, citing a lie about they've dreamed a dream. They're just doing that because they're trying to drum up followers after themselves, to follow in after them. Okay? So this way they can get their money. Okay? That's what it's about. Once the internet goes down, these cats ain't gonna get no money. And when they go out on the street corner trying to preach, a lot of them are gonna go to jail and have to bond out and use that money that they got from the people in order to get out. Then when they realize that they will constantly be put in jail, they'll stop preaching. That's where the famine of the word comes in. But Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Okay? And it shall remain in the midst of his house, the house of the thief, and shall consume it, the house of the thief, with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Okay? So let's go to 2nd Ezra. Okay? Chapter 13, verse 4, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. What are these thousands of heaven? I just showed you Psalm 68 and 17 says that the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. It says the same thing in the book of Jude, chapter 1, verses 14. Okay? It says the same thing. Okay? See that? See? Told you. 2/3 of our people have to be destroyed and die. Right? And I try to tell people what the M-A-R-K is, the M-O-T-P is, and I told you people are visual learners. See? They learn visually. These things will stick with them longer than if you tell them to their face. See what I'm saying? See? 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Right? So that means that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach has to be in the skies above us in a flying roll. The curse that goeth forth over the whole earth. So when Yahweh Shai HaMashiach gets here, he's coming in the chariots of the Lord that are 20,000, and he's going to bring with him the thousands of heaven, who are angels, ministering spirits, right? Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, they all burned that heard his voice, right? So when he opens up the chariot's weapons systems, they're going to burn, right? With laser beam fire. Let's read further so you can get a description of the chariot's laser beam fire that was written and told to us over 45,000 years ago, trying to describe what they saw in a vision from the Holy Spirit given unto them as prophets, okay, by the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire, right? So the earth will fail and cave in because of the fire being beamed down into it, causing explosions. It will not be solid anymore. It will fail and break up. Okay? And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Right? Joel chapter 3, verse 9 and 10, I think. Let's get it. Let's go to Joel, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh-Shaphat, or Yahweh's judgment. Right? Are not all these nations doing this very thing right now? Listen. Let's skip down to Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right? Now there was a great multitude of men without number that came to stand against the Son of God. Right? In 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. Oh, so let me get this sign right quick. It fell over. There goes my phone. Some evil spirits is out here. I done drummed that punk ass up. Okay. Probably have to change the position of my camera so this way it don't blow things down. But anyway, like I said before, Joel chapter 3 verse 9, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right? That's what they're saying right now. They're taking all of their agricultural finances for agriculture, for building, and they're turning it into building for building weapons. So this way they can go to war, unbeknownst to them, with the Son of the Most High God in heaven, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, whose actual paleo-ancient name is Yahweh Shai, which means he is salvation. Jesus means earth pig. Okay? By definition. Open a Bible dictionary and look it up. It'll tell you, plain as day, man, that is not his name. Jesus is not his name. 600 years ago, they created the letter J, and they put it in the English language. They did that on purpose. So this way, they could hide the truth to the Israelites, who are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and keep them in the dark as to who they are as God's people. Right? Joel chapter 3 verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right? So these spears and swords are guns, weapons, tanks, drones, okay, thermonuclear warheads. Okay, that's what they are, man. Let the weak say, I am strong. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai had already subdued all of these nations under King David. They were weak nations, right? Now they all have the same nuclear capability and military capability as America, the military complex of the entire planet. So they're bucking up against Esau, Edom, and his wicked imaginations against the people, right? They're all bucking up. They don't agree any longer, right, with Esau, Edom and his democracy. 2 men getting married, 2 women getting married. What the hell? They no longer agree. Okay, they are going to agree with the beast. Okay, EU, NATO, because in Revelation chapter 17, okay, the nations are going to turn on America. They're going to turn their back on America and blow it up, burn it down. Like it tells you in Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. Also in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. I'll get them next if I can. Okay. Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen. Gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So they want, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai wants all of the heathen nations to gather into the valley of Jehoshaphat to fight against him. Okay? That's what he wants. So he's going to put it and control the minds and hearts of men, like it says in Isaiah or Job chapter 33, verse 14 through 17. Okay? And make them go into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what's going to happen. That's what's happening right now on the news. The judgment's from the Lord. The judgment from the Lord. That's all it is, to make the police do 135. Okay? Thither, which is a request from the Lord, cause thy mighty ones to come down, right? Who are the mighty ones? The angels, the ministering spirits, the thousands of heaven. Okay? O Lord, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Okay? Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. See, I told you. That's what he wants them to do. Come down into the valley of Jehoshaphat so I can kill all you motherfuckers in one spot. Okay? That's what's real, man. But then we try to tell the people they can't get it. They don't get it. Or either that they don't want to hear it. Okay? Let's go. Let's go to 2 Peter. Better yet, let's go to, wow, that's a lot of them, boy. Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, America. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. We're the prey. The prey are the Israelites. Where the hell are we going to go? Even if they gave us a passport, we're limited at where we go, what we do, how we do it. Okay? This is another weapon that Esau has used against us under the pretense of white privilege and white supremacy. They're heaven on earth. They're in control. Okay? And a lot of our people have been beaten down, trodden underfoot mentally and spiritually for so long, they just basically gave up. Tell the white man, yes, sir, whatever you want to do, sir. They don't give a damn. Right? Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, America, the whoredoms is where they go and sign a contract or a peace treaty or a peace agreement with these other nations and then turn around and backstab them through hypocrisy of their own unrighteous law and decree that they set up, right? That's the reason why the nations are mad. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Because of the wine, okay, and the indignation, and the wine of their indignation, of the Lord's indignation against the heathen nations. The wine are these lies that these Edomites have told all these other nations. We're going to give you this, we're going to give you that, but then they don't give them anything but a hard time in war if they don't do business using the U.S. petrodollar. They'll use their United States consulate in their country and their military base in their country to use their military to fight against the military of those peoples. You think the nations are not mad? They're pissed off. And they're sick and tired of Esau and his lies. Okay? Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, okay? Witchcraft, right? America's supposed to be the bosom of technology, right? We get all our technology and how to use it, bring it here in America, test it on all of these dumbass Americans, right? That's what Elon Musk is doing. That's what Mark Zuckerberg is doing, right? The CEO of Tesla, right? The CEO of Google, Facebook, Meta, X, right? They give all that new technology to who? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They don't want the white folks using it, but they want to give it to us. It's a form of mind control through subliminal messaging. Okay? This is what our people don't think. They see the advertising on mainstream media. Okay? They see the advertising on mainstream media. They don't think about what it's doing to their mind or their brain. They think it's the latest technology. I got it before such and such, before Tom and Dick and Harry, before Willie Lunchmeat got it. Okay? Like, for example, them tennis shoes that Donald Trump put out. The Trumps, all gold colored with the flag on the side. Get the fuck out of here. They want $500 for a pair of shoes? You kiss my ass upside down, Edomite. You keep your tennis shoes, okay? The mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts, right? Lies and innuendo, right? Did they not sell Israelites? That's how the New York Stock Exchange was created. They bought and sold Israelites. They sold a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine that they might drink. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. Verse 3, Salakia. Okay? That's how the New York Stock Exchange was created. If you go over here to the Apocrypha in Ecclesiasticus, no, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter chapter 15, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 12. But they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. I'll say it again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 12. But they counted our life a pastime, okay, and our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means. Right? So why not sell a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine that they might drink? You see what I mean? Nahum chapter 3, verse 5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Okay, so that's what they do. That's what we do, man. So like you. Right? Nahum chapter 3, verse 6. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And that's exactly what's happened to these Edomite devils. The Most High God has revealed them. He has lifted the covering cast over all nations, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Salakia. Okay? By recovering and expounding on the truth of the gospel. Making a separation betwixt the vile and unclean versus the righteous and the godly. The Most High God has made a division betwixt the two. Okay? Here in these last days. And he put the prophets in the reincarnation back out here to prophesy once again, to give the people warning. Okay? We are supposed to give these people warning from the Lord. Right? Salaki. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18, or verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right? So that's what we're out here doing. Doing the best we can to give the people warning. Okay? Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like the trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin, which is transgression of the law. So that's what we try to do when you see us on these street corners preaching the gospel. Whether you will hear or forbear, we try to give you warning, doing the best we can with all our strength. But yet, you will not listen. You will not hear. The Son of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein in the foundation of water is coming in the form of his Son, his holy tabernacle, Yahawashi HaMashiach, who shall dwell with the righteous men who have not seen death from their birth, who shall be changed to a different meaning, whose body shall be changed from corruption to incorruption, from mortal to immortality. And you're not listening. Ezekiel 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they will not do them. See? So I do my best. I come out here, I preach a lot from my heart that's been burned in by the Holy Spirit, and I back it up with the biblical scriptures. I know that my people are visual learners, so I put these signs out here all the way around. All the way around. I put these signs all the way around here so that there's no excuse. They can see everything as they drive by or walk up close. If they had any questions or whatever have you, all they got to do is stop and ask. I'll do my best to answer their questions. You think they will? They're ashamed of the wickedness that they continue to commit every day. They're ashamed when they leave church, worshiping a false god with a false narrative. They're ashamed when they confront the truth face to face. They're ashamed because they know that the fringes with the border of blue is representative of righteousness as a remembrance to keep the law and commandments of the Lord. They won't even try it. They want to go get high. They want to smoke weed. They want to do drugs. They don't give a damn. Okay? And then when we try to do what we can to save who we can, okay, by any means necessary. Is this not one of the means necessary to try to save my people, to wake them up to the truth? I'm trying. Okay? And when this cometh to pass, and lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Right? But for the elect house of the house of Israel, Ezekiel 34 verse 16, I will seek that which was lost and bring again that which was driven away. I will bind up that which was broken and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and I will feed them with judgment. Okay, Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Why? Let's go to Amos. Let's go to Amos chapter 1. Verse 11. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. Why? Because he did pursue his brother with the sword. He did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. That's why Esau, Edom shall go into captivity. Revelation chapter 13, right? Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now we just broke down in the previous video who the saints are, right? Psalms 149 and 9. This honor have all his saints to execute vengeance upon the heathen, okay, and judgments Salakia, let's get it. Right, turn right to it. Boom. 1, 2. See that? Can't tell me that wasn't the spirit. Okay. Psalms 149, verse 9. To execute upon them this judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. What honor? What judgment? To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That is the judgment written. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of the Most High God in heaven, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, and the promises of salvation. Okay? Right? And my sisters, they came up early in the previous video talking emotions out of the side of their neck with umbrellas and a bunch of makeup on, just left church looking for a man with a wig. Okay, Matthew chapter 13, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Right? Yahushua, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them, those that hear our words, and unto them is a very lovely song, and one that can play well on an instrument, they hear thy words, but they do them not, right? Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the words of truth. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, right? But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath, right? Look at Bishop Nate. They went from the truth straight off into evangelical Christian church with Jesus Christ punk shit. Okay, took off running. So the fire, the lamp, the oil that was in the leadership of IURC is all used up, and the lamp, the fire is all gone out. Okay, so if you are in IURC, this is a warning to you. You need to bring your ass away from that lunatic and his bullshit and start studying under the words of the great millstone. That's what I did. To hell with them purple wearing bastards. Yeah, they got fringes. Yeah, they get on a microphone and talk shit, but they don't expound the full measure of the gospel, of the truth, and the strength of the words of this Bible. They give you half-truths, okay? And they hide, they run from that picture over there with Cicero Borgia. See? See him over in the corner with the devil horns right here? Okay. See him right there with the devil horns in the corner? Zoom in. Stop the video, I don't care. Look. Okay? They stay away from explaining that picture. They stay away from, well, they say that the person they call Jesus Christ is a black man. What you say about that? Blah, blah, blah. And then they misuse their authority. They take the words, misconstrue them, and cause confusion and misguide the people into a different direction. I watched them do it. Fuck me up. I'm like, wow, man. The Most High for to get them devils, man, for doing that to his people. Right? That's in Jeremiah chapter 23 that they would do that shit. That's in Jeremiah chapter 5, there is found amongst my people wicked men, right? Let's get it. Right? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 1. Futile search for an upright man. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Right? It's a people before it's a place. That building of the third temple is a goddamn lie. The temple of the Lord is a spiritual temple made up of his people. Like it tells you in Amos chapter 9. Okay, it says, lively stones. He will make up his people as jewels and a crown of rejoicing. These jewels are all reminiscent of the 12 tribes of Israel. They have carbuncle, sapphire. What is that? Amethyst, chrysoprasus, ruby, right? They got pearl, they got diamond, they got jade. All of these are representative of the individuals that believed on the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, that believe that they are Israelites, the hidden ones found here in Psalm 83. They are the jewels. They are the ones that study to show themselves approved by the Most High Yahweh through his servants, the prophets, that teach them. Because our teachers will not be put into a corner anymore, but their eyes shall see their teachers. So by these video epistles and people driving by and coming up and asking questions, the people of the Most High who are spiritual Israelites in the flesh, right? These individuals are the ones predestinated for salvation. These are the jewels in the crown of the Most High, whose names are written in the palm of his hand, who are written on a wall that dwell continually before his face. So how is it possible that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will forget about his people? Can a mother forget about her sucking child on her breast? No. Because every time they see their child as a grown man or a grown woman, they remember immediately how weak and powerless they were, sucking on their breast. Woman can't forget, not her baby. God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will not forget his people. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 1. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, an Israelite man that believe. If there be any that executed judgment, that try to keep the commandments, that seeketh the truth, that search out of the book of the Lord and read, and I will pardon it. Right? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. So the Most High will make his word in our mouth as fire, and this people wood, and it will devour them. That's the reason why they take off running. They don't want to hear the words of truth. Right? They don't want to hear it. You saw an example of what my sisters them did, and they took off. Right? Okay. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. And IUIC and ISUPK are guilty of that. They're guilty. okay, of setting a snare and a trap for the people, telling lies, okay? And our job is to undo these lies and to tell the people the truth to their face, whether they will hear or forbear. Right? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 23. But this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. They are going to continue to believe in Jesus Christ, punk bitch superstar, forever, till they are left here and melted by thermonuclear fervent heat. Okay? That rapture they talk about in Christian church every Sunday, they are not privileged or privy to that because of their hard-hearted and stiff-necked ideology and belief system under evangelical Christianity. Sister Ray Borgia. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 20. Declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Right? So my sisters, they fall in under that concept of a foolish people who are part of Judah. Right? They don't fear the God of the Bible. They fear the God of this world, who is so-called white man, Esau Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of. That's the God of this world. Or else he never would put his face and claim that he's God on earth, and that set up his wicked people, the Amalekite Khazars, that call themselves Jews and are not, but do lie, that are the synagogue of Satan. They're imposters because they attend synagogues and they worship Satan. Okay? What the hell? The Bible makes it plain, but the people tell a goddamn lie to their own, and then we try to straighten them out and they don't want to hear it. So yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's gonna make me cuss a little bit because I'm sick and tired of my people being taught lies by these Edomite devils. My people are led as a sheep to the slaughter, but the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Spiritual Sodom in Egypt is America. You have spiritual Sodomites, right, with LGBTQ community, and then you have spiritual Egypt where everybody's got to get a job to work and make money. Right? Get this. This is about the individuals that went out of the country trying to find a woman, right? Because our wicked women with the cum brothers and all the makeup, pussy popping, are no longer desirable to their own men here in America, right? So the men go out and call themselves passport pimping. So they go out of the country to try to find extra women, right? Check this out. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them. So they find all these passport men murdered, mutilated. See, I told you, after church was out, they was gonna start beating and banging up and down the fucking street. I told you that, right? That's what they do, man. You don't see them or hear them until after church let out, okay? That's how you know in my town it's nothing but a bunch of hypocrites that live here. It's just nothing but hypocrisy. Right? Trying to get some attention. They're going to garner upon themselves the wrong attention from the police and go to jail if they don't get shot in the back first. I'm telling you, man, everything was set up here to the benefit of Esau, Edom, the Caucasians, and it was to the detriment of the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Okay? Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. So these passport men going out of the country looking for women are getting spoiled. They're getting their money stolen. They're being hijacked on the spot, you know, which is what is that? What is that used to call it? Yeah, they call it hijack. I forgot the terminology for that. At gunpoint, right? They get jacked at gunpoint for their money, gold, whatever. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence, that goeth out of Babylon the Great, right? The streets of Jerusalem are people before it's a place. In other words, every time you come off your neighborhood or you go to use your passport and go out of the country, shall be torn in pieces because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased. Okay? They don't repent. You out there in another world looking for a woman when you should be over here in your own, in the vast majority of where you are, where your people are, and try to get you a woman and straighten her out. But our women are hard-headed and stiff-necked. That's the reason why our women can't find a man, right? Because the woman want to divorce him and take him for all his money, right? And then after they divorce him and take him from all his money, they going from penis to penis to penis, hopping up and down from man to man to man, right? That's been going on for 25, 30 years or more. Before then, okay? This is the highest ratio per capita of women that ask for a divorce in the entire world from their man here in America. Babylon the Great, right? The mistress of whoredoms, the mother of whoredoms, the mistress of witchcrafts, the land of indigenous holocaust and home of the slaves. Right today, spiritual Sodom in Egypt, the home of the slaves. Spiritual Sodom, LBGTQ. Sodom, Gomorrah, Abidoam, Admar, and Zoar back in the reincarnation. There's no new thing under the sun. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised. Hey, check this out, man. This unrighteous, ungodly Edomite right here with the tinted windows, motherfucker just flipped me off for nothing right here in this little silver car behind Mort Stein sniper. He just flipped me off for nothing. Punk ass, unbelieving Edomite devil. Right? They pissed off. See? They flipped me off for nothing. What'd I do? Stand up for Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, my Father in heaven? Who will stand up for me in the evil day? Send me. Right? Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 10. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. Okay? It's a reproach. Right? It rebukes them. Right? It makes them feel guilty because they are sinners and they refuse to repent. See? So our job is to keep the commandments to the best of our ability. Whether propitiation laid down by Yahweh Shai will cover us through grace where we make our mistakes in keeping the law. The law was never done away with. Yahushua came to fulfill the law by showing us how to keep the law. That's what it was all about. Okay? The Most High had ordained Paul the Apostle to show the heathen, the Gentile foreigners that had been scattered all over the region back then into different nations, that have learned the cultures of different nations by force of the sword, saying that if you're an Israelite and if you practice being an Israelite, you ought to be put to death. In the Grecian captivity, in the Greek captivity, that's what they taught our people by force of the sword. So when Yahushua came along, John the Baptist, our people had already been under the thumb of the Grecian captivity by force of the sword, of the Roman captivity, by law, draconian law, for over 450 years. Okay? That's 10 generations. A generation is 40 years. 40 times 10 is 400. Right? So that was over 400 years. That was 10 generations. Our people have been subjected to the foolishness, okay, of being raised as a heathen, eating the food of a heathen, sacrificing unto false gods and idols as a heathen. But their bloodline, marrying into the bloodline of the heathen. But their bloodline goes back to the Israelites of the Holy Bible, the 12 tribes. Yep, that's right. Esau, Edom is in rulership. Edomite devil. Your rulership is almost over. There's nothing you can do about that. Why don't you teach your kids about the mark of the beast? See what I mean? And then they hang up, they drive off. You know? They don't teach their kids about the mark of the beast. They're supposed to, but they don't. I tried to teach the unrighteous bastard about the mark. More than likely, he took it already. They rolled their windows up. You saw it. Right there at the stoplight. They rolled the windows up. Teach your kids about the mark of the beast, RFID chip. You think they will? No. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 11. Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with withholding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days. And their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out mine hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. From the least of them even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness. Right? And from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. Okay? So that covered IUIC, ISUPK, all of these migrants that are coming in. That covers Trump pushing in their program where they're going to force people to take the RFID microchip, okay, or the micro subcutaneous processor up under their skin, give them an option, give them a bonus on their universal basic income to get more money if they get the one put in their head. Right? Give them more money to spend. Real shit. They want to lay off millions of people, bring in a bunch of robotics, and then push the RFID micro sub processor, okay, and then not only do they want to do that, bring that in, but they want to give people that universal basic income. And the reason for doing it, since there ain't no income, how they going to pay their bills? That comes with stress. They can't deal with it. They can't handle it. So can you see and imagine how millions of people on a global scale are going to fall under the hour of temptation? You see how that works? That's duress. Under duress, they take all of your options of helping you to help you and make your family to continue to survive in a cashless society. How is it possible? If there's no cash, it's cashless. So you need central bank digital currency, and the only way to access the digital currency is with the radio frequency identification microprocessor up under your skin. That way they can also keep track of your movements, and they can keep track of your buying purchases, okay? Your buying power. And if they don't like what you're trying to purchase with your universal basic income, with your RFID microprocessor, they'll just cut off your processor. If you bitch and complain about it, they'll shut it off permanently. And you can't buy, you can't sell, or anything. That's gonna force you, if you have a family, to kick in your neighbor's door. That's gonna force you to do that. See? This is the unrighteous. They turned their music up on purpose, right then, as soon as they got in front of me. That's wicked as fuck, man, you hear me? And when she's left here and melted, she's gonna remember this day. She had an opportunity to repent. She had an opportunity to listen to the words of the Lord. And drove off and didn't give a goddamn. Okay? So, like I said before, the Lord told us to run you to and fro across the land to see if you can find a righteous man. Can't find any. Difficult to do. Okay? Right? Lamentations chapter 2 verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee. I have dreamed a dream. I have dreamed. Bullshit. You ain't dreamed nothing. That's from the deceit of your own heart. Okay? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity. Right? To turn away thy captivity. In other words, to make you turn back to the Lord, keep his commandments. So this way the captivity will turn upon the Edomites, and it would make more and more of them homeless and make you better off, where you get subsidies from he who reigns over you, your oppressor. That's what they're getting as the greatest welfare state in the world. Those that call themselves, those imposters that call themselves Jews and are not. They attend synagogues. They worship Satan. They have no shame in telling you to your face about it. They hate the person you call Jesus. You go and worship Jesus every week, every Sunday. Okay? That's the precept of men. That fear has been taught you by these men. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. A righteous and comely woman, the Israelites, who have the strength of a worm, that cannot defend themselves against all the fowls, animals of the air, and animals of the earth that drive by, that walk by, that fly by. They have no power to defend themselves against them. Look what the police force here in America does to the children of Israel. They shoot them down in the street. Look what they did 400 years ago. They hang us from a fucking tree or a light post for fun. Everybody was in on it. The police, the fire department, the judge, the attorneys. Okay, who are you going to complain to? You go down to the police station back in the 1920s and 30s and complain that of a white woman or a white man that says something derogatory to you. They're going to hold your ass in jail and gather everybody around for 3 or 4 counties, 5 or 10,000 people, and they're going to watch your ass hang from the highest stature. Okay? Then they're going to tie you up to a tree. After they drag you down the street, you come apart. They're going to tie the rest of you to a tree, set it on fire, to a rubber tree, no less. And then when the rubber tree burn out, they're gonna take pictures of your bones as souvenirs. That's what they did back then, man. Okay, to your people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They did that to the Latinos just as much, if not more, than to the blacks. Okay, they did that more to the indigenous population of Indians that were already here, more than did to the Latinos. See? So whenever you get done, man, they came to this country, they killed all the so-called black people that were here, the Indians, okay, intermingled their bloodline with them through rape and murder and pillage, okay, lightened them up a lot, forced them by force of the sword to worship their false god through Catholicism, through Catholic Church, cut off their hair, made them wear clothes like the heathen, and stand up like the heathen, and talk and speak like the heathen. And if they didn't, they were hung from a tree as an example to the rest. This is what happened for disobedience. Okay? This is what they did to your people, man. And you talk shit to me or other individuals like myself that stand on street corners trying to tell you the truth of what these people have done to you. Like it says in Psalms 55:19, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai shall afflict them, he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes. Therefore they fear not God. White men don't fear the Lord. They put his face up and claim that they're God. Okay? What the hell? The Bible itself describes in Revelation chapter 4 what God looks like. Okay, but they put their face up. That's just not fair. But then that's how they taught fear to you. Right until this day, you go by the precept of the slave Bible. It was only, it's supposed to be 1,300 chapters in the Bible, okay? But the slave Bible they gave you got over 225, that's it. And it's all about obey thy masters. Okay? That's not fair, man. These people aren't fair to you. They're trying to get back because of a perpetual hatred found in Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. For the day, and Esau said unto himself, but not aloud, that for the days of the mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So after the funeral of Jacob, because Jacob had his son, not Jacob, but Isaac, Salakia, slip of the tongue. Isaac, the son of Abraham, the son of promise, had two sons, Jacob and Esau. And Isaac was about to pass on into the spirit realm, right? And Esau swore that he was going to murder his brother Jacob for him selling his birthright. Esau Edom, like it says in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16, lest any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, right? He sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. For as you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. And he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. Okay? So that's what's going on. That's what happened. Okay? So like you people, I had to break this up into 3 videos.